Hello, my name is Jacob Sindorf, a postdoc at the Shirley Ability Lab, and today I'm going to talk about the need for sleep and why we should all be dreaming of better recovery. The need for sleep. We all need sleep. Sleep is what's so important for helping our brain heal after an injury. Sleep is really good for helping us with our memory, our learning. It's even better for task motivation, just like me getting up here to get up in the morning and come here and present to everyone here. Or you coming here to listen to me present to you. Or task performance, how well this presentation is going to go for me, and hopefully how well it'll go for how you listening to me. But what if I said that sleep plays a critical role in recovery and rehabilitation after a stroke? Let me define a few of these terms. Strokes are caused from blockages or bursts in the brain. This is damaging the complex wired system that makes up our entire brain, which disrupts the brain's essential functions, our body's essential functions. That could be me walking or standing up here and presenting to everyone today. Or even deeper, it's like our heart rate, our way of breathing, our body temperature. These are all essential functions that our body needs on a day-to-day basis. Think of this like spilling a cup of coffee on your computer. It's going to go in and damage the circuitry of that computer, which is going to maybe have the computer work after, but the keyboard might be sticky, the screen's not turning on. There's a whole array of issues that damage the computer's essential functions. How do we solve this issue? It's through rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is the process or the pathway to recovery. It's how we can rebuild and reconnect the brain's important wired system through repetitive and assisted tasks. That's again, walking, reaching, picking things up, helping with our speech, our memory. All these different tasks are helping to recover and rebuild what was damaged after a stroke. I'm going to circle back. Remember the need for sleep. Sleep is linked to that brain healing, which is so important to help our body restore itself after an injury. It's also task motivation. Rehabilitation is a task. You have to be motivated to want to participate. And your performance during rehabilitation is how you actually recover and recover well. Sleep is very critical post-stroke for rehabilitation and recovery. All right, simple. Sleep better. Done. There's a problem. After a stroke, as I said, those changes to essential functions alter everything about your sleep. Changes cause things like an increase in the prevalence of sleep disorders, like sleep apnea. Or that change to your heart rate causes changes to overall respiration, how your body sleeps, your sleep cycles, your body's temperature, how it regulates. All these disrupt sleeps for our patients with stroke. And early on, they're completely involved with all of these different disruptions in a hospital, especially early on after recovery, taking medication, vital signs, all of these things that make sleep very challenging. That's why my research is important. I look at better ways to monitor sleep so that way we can directly identify what's the cause of poor sleep, what percentage is the cause of poor sleep, and how we can get these patients better sleep. Let's look at some current methods. Over here, we have something that's very, very accurate. It gives us the most clear picture of sleep, tells us everything we need to know. There's a bit of a problem here, right? There are so many wires, I can't even count how many in 7 minutes. There's also literal tape on their face. That's not comfortable for sleep. But how about the other end? Something that's super easy to use, but really only tells us when they're waking up and when they're going to sleep. It's as simple as just a watch. My research is looking at is how can we take all of this complicated wired system and the ease of use is something as simple as a watch. That's where I use wearable wireless sensors. Wearable wireless sensors are completely wireless, it's in the name, comfortable to use, flexible, and contain all of the necessary components that we saw in that complex wired system. What does this actually give us? It gives us complex time series data from sleep. Looking at this, it's supposed to tell us heart rate, respiration, temperature, all of these essential things we need to know about how you slept. Probably from what everyone's seeing, that's just colorful squiggly lines. That's where I use machine learning. Machine learning is something we can use to train to identify what these colorful squiggly lines are meaning. What do I mean by that? Is that we can identify what sections of this data means what. So in this case, this could be an increase in heart rate. That down there could be something with sleep apnea. Or up there means that the patient was woken up and we probably need to do something about that. My research is looking at better ways to understand sleep, so we can find ways with machine learning to tell if our patients slept well or slept poorly to provide better interventions so they can sleep well. That means identifying each of these causes of bad sleep, how much of each of these happened, and how we can fix them. And that's through targeted interventions. This is something that we know once we have identified the problem, we can give them interventions like CPAP to help with sleep apnea, or heart rate medication to help with their heart rate, or even just having noise ordinances or disruption reduction to help keep our patients asleep and sleeping better. That's why I'm dreaming of a better recovery. My research is looking at monitoring sleep through these comfortable, accurate, wearable devices with machine learning to help patients with stroke sleep better. And before I go, please remember, get a good night of sleep. Thank you.